Thank you, Brian. And allergy season is well underway, so on today's episode of In the Know, we're keeping you informed about the connection between allergies and asthma, as well as some tips on how to manage your allergies this year. Joining us to answer all of our questions is Dr. Brian Curtis, the Vice President of the Clinical Specialty Services at OSF Healthcare. Good afternoon, Dr. Curtis.
Good afternoon.
It's good to see you again. Thanks for coming in.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
Thank you. So it is allergy season. Our questions are, in what ways do allergies and asthma occur together?
Yeah, so allergies and asthma actually will coexist together, and a lot of times allergies are actually a trigger for your asthma. And so asthma has a bunch of different triggers, so it could be cold weather, exercise, but allergies tend to be a primary trigger for people that have asthma.
Interesting. And can people get allergies and develop allergies as they get older? And how does that happen?
Yeah, so that's actually one of the myths, you know. So if you never had allergies as a kid, you won't have allergies the rest of your life. And so you can actually develop allergies at any time during your life. Nobody understands quite why, but usually it's your body reacts to something in the environment. And the other thing that you see a lot of is that people move. And so well, I never had allergies, and then I moved to the Midwest. Now I have allergies all the time. Or you move somewhere where you've never experienced the pollen or the mold or something that you're allergic to.
Interesting. So different climates can be a trigger sometimes.
Yeah, different plants. So you have, your seasonal allergies, which tend to be the pollens, and then you have environmental allergies, which tend to be the year-long ones, and those are usually dust mites, molds, pet dander.
Gotcha. Okay. And how is allergy season trending this year?
Yeah, it's been a rough year. And so if you have allergies or asthma, it's been a rough one.
Yeah.
And so we had a really mild winter, and then we had an early spring, and so it was a really wet spring, and then we had a nice warm spell. So the trees really bloomed early this year, and they keep blooming. And so springtime in the Midwest is a tree allergy time, and so it just blows through the air, and so days like today, kind of windy, nice, be outside. It's a bad allergy day for the pollen.
Because the wind is blowing it around.
Takes it right out of the trees and distributes it right to you.
Oh, man. That's not fun.
No.
Not fun at all. And what are some of the stigmas or maybe some of the myths that are associated with taking certain allergy medications or treatments?
Yeah, most of the allergy medicines are pretty well tolerated, and there's not as many kind of bad reactions to it. Really just depends on how bad your allergies are. Some of the newer medicines are actually better than we had in the past, and so we have the non-sedating antihistamines, which are very nice, because we usually only have like Benadryl, which is very sedating, makes you very tired, but with the newer ones, it makes it helpful. There's over-the-counter nasal steroids now, which are very helpful for us too, and over-the-counter actually antihistamine eye drops for people, and so really it's fairly well tolerated. I think more of the myths are surrounding the fact that if I didn't have them when I was a kid, I don't have them now. People moving, thinking that they'll be better off if they move somewhere. And so those tend to be the biggest myths that we see with allergies.
Gotcha. And how can we all, I know everyone wants to know the answer to this question, how can we all better manage our allergies?
Really, it depends on how bad your allergies are. And so if you have really bad allergies or bad asthma, you really need to keep your house shut up. And so kind of starting in the spring, when you really want to open your house up, you need to really close it down, because then you just introduce the pollens to your house. Being out in the morning tends to have a lower pollen count than later in the day, particularly after it rains, because it knocks a lot of the pollen out of the air. Starting your medications, if you have seasonal allergies, starting your medicines about 2 to 4 weeks before your season hits. So you have spring, summer, fall allergies, and so starting about 2 to 4 weeks before they hit. If you go out in the woods or spend a significant amount of time outside, changing your clothes, taking a shower, getting that pollen off you, and then finally vacuuming. Vacuuming your house with a good HEPA filter on the vacuum. If you don't have that, you don't vacuum, because you'll just reintroduce everything back into the air that's been settled onto the ground.
That makes sense. Some good tips there. Thank you so much, Dr. Curtis, for coming in and giving us all those tips to fight these allergies.
And good luck.
These pesky allergies. Yes. But thank you. It was great chatting with you.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you. And of course, if you or someone you know would like to join us here on In the Know, you can head to our website, 25newsnow.com, click on the Features tab and select In the Know, and then go ahead and fill out the form there. And we hope to see you on our In the Know segment in just a bit. Stick with us. We'll be right back.